Broadcasting from Hargeisa, Somaliland, this is CBA. I'm Abdillahi Hassan. Welcome to the top of the hour news brief. Somaliland's opposition party Waddani calls for the release of detained Borama Local Councillors and blames the government for deteriorating security situation. The chairman of Waddani's Central Council, Mr. Usman Afgabnoor, termed the detention of the local councillors as illegal and a shameful act. The three local councillors were arrested last Thursday of allegations of involvement in armed rebel group activities. He added that the country faces many internal security challenges in all parts of the country. He blamed the unwillingness of the government to listen to the people with grievances. Usman Afgabnoor urged the people of Somaliland to maintain peace and safeguard the country. He reminded that the administration will leave sooner or later, but to keep the unity of the nation. The row between Somaliland's Minister of Education and the private schools association in the country is yet to be resolved. The Minister of Education, Usman Adan, who came before the House of Elders on Monday, said that no progress has been made in resolving the dispute. The row centers on a new regulations for the distribution of the scholarship slots that Somaliland students are awarded by foreign governments. The regulation outlines that all scholarship positions should go to public schools pupils. The Association of Private Schools contests this, arguing it is unfair to their students. However, the ministry says the government scholarships are meant for the disadvantaged public school students that cannot afford to pursue higher education abroad. Somaliland's House of Representatives has tried to broker a deal between the government and the Association of Private Schools for the last weeks. So far, the House of Representatives has summoned the Minister of Education and the Association of Private Schools. Somalia government has suspended all flights from Mogadishu to Kismayo for 4 days amid an ongoing political tension between the central government and the newly controversially elected president of Jubaland, Ahmed Madobe. The move comes hours after the former president Sharif Hassan was blocked from traveling to Kismayo. The former president was barred from attending the inauguration ceremony of the newly elected Jubaland state president, Ahmed Madobe, at Adan Adda International Airport in Mogadishu hours after he came from Turkey. The government move was condemned by the former president Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud, saying the government is weaponizing the space control. Opposition lawmakers in Mogadishu also criticized the move and said it is politically motivated. The National Union of Somali Journalists today condemned an increasing pattern of intimidation and harassment of journalists and media houses in Puntland. On 22nd September, Puntland's Information Minister Ali Hassan Ahmed Sabarri announced that all journalists in Puntland are required to register at the ministry before 15 October 2019. The minister, who held a press conference in Grower City on Sunday, also ordered all independent media houses operating in Puntland to register in order to monitor their daily journalistic work. Minister Ali Sabarri added that the ministry will examine the knowledge and experience of journalists and revoke the accreditation of reporters deemed to be lacking sufficient journalism skills. Journalists deemed this move as a naked attempt to curtail rights and freedoms of critical journalists. The Union of Somali Journalists further termed this latest action by Puntland authorities as unconstitutional, as it goes against the rights of journalists as guaranteed by Puntland Constitution and provisions in the Constitution of Somalia. Newswatch has called on the Puntland government to put an end to all harassment and targeting of journalists and to respect the rights of the media to criticize without fear of reprisal. At least 7 students have been killed and scores wounded after a classroom collapsed in the Kenyan capital Nairobi, according to emergency services. The incident at the 2-story precarious talent top school took place a few minutes after 7 a.m. on Monday. Several students have also been injured in the Monday morning tragedy, with Kenya's government spokesperson Colonel Cyrus Oguna reporting that some 59 pupils have been admitted at Kenyatta National Hospital. Most of the students have sustained soft tissue injuries, mostly on their heads and ribs. The two-story building in Nagande area caved in and came down a few minutes after 7 a.m. A preliminary investigation is yet to establish the cause of the incident, but reports indicate that there was a sewer line being constructed next to the building. Residents are suspecting that the disaster might have been stemmed from that. That's our news brief for this time. Thank you for joining us. I'm Abdillahi Hassan.